All right, y'all, this is Big Rich on my daily little podcast. We live on IG and YouTube. Y'all can catch my IG page at realboxing_facts. Y'all catch my YouTube page at realboxingfacts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on Twitter too. I think it's realboxingfacts 1 or 2 or something like that. Maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? What we talking about today, we're going to talk about how can we keep boxers from going broke. You know what I'm saying? That's because that's a major problem in the boxing world. You know what I mean? And I kind of like, when I do my live shows, I like to talk about, you know what I'm saying, issues and solutions. You know what I'm saying? Also, if y'all want to donate to the channel, you know what I'm saying, it will be welcome. But it's Cash App, Real Boxing Facts, the little $sign. And Real Boxing Facts. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Whatever channel. And share the video on your page. That's how my videos are going to, get out there more. If you share, if you get the video on YouTube, go to YouTube, simple, and just share it on your page. That's all. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? We get that message out there. In my previous videos, I talked about boxing minimum wage, which would be $15 an hour. You know what I'm saying? 40 hours a week. That's in between contracts. So if you have a contract, if you're signed to a promoter and he got you signed for a 2-fight deal, in between that time, you know what I'm saying, the promoter must provide you with the boxing minimum wage. That way, the boxer can sustain himself while he's under contract with you. You know what I'm saying? And that should be conditional. I don't know why a lot of fighters, when they sign these contracts, don't come to the promoter with their own contract. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to pay a lawyer $1,500 to write up a very solid contract that you will agree with. Because a lot of you boxers that's on that level, a lot of y'all are the main event. And I was just talking about this yesterday. I don't know what the fuck y'all motherfuckers is thinking about when your name is on the main goddamn flyer as the main event. That name and likeness provides a lot of power. Now, a lot of y'all just accept what the promoter is going to give you, but it's not about them giving you anything. It's about you demanding what you want in your contract. And I'll give you a list of them things. If that means that every boxer, just like rappers, got entourages. You know what I'm saying? So if that meant saying that, I want airfare, hotel for my entourage of 4 or 5 or whatever, and I want to make sure they got spending money and food every day. That's part of my contract. It's just a contract. And your promoter either going to accept it or you're not. Now think about it. If you're on that level, and they talking about giving you millions of dollars, that ain't nothing for a promoter to provide. You know what I'm saying? Space in the arena for your entourage. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to come out of the pocket with it, or your entourage ain't got to come out of the pocket. Don't be scared to ask. These fights is for millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So let's talk about how we can, you know what I'm saying, keep rappers and boxers from going broke, basically. Because, and a lot of it, let me break it down to you. A lot of it, they don't understand percentages, and they don't understand money, and a lot of them don't understand contracts, and a lot of them don't understand their worth. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand their worth. You know what I mean? And it's sad when you got a whole population full of boxers who spend hours in the gym every day. They've been fighting since they was 2. You know what I'm saying? And when they get to the big time, they end up getting screwed out of their contracts. And that's all has to do with not understanding and money. And a lot of times, even your trainer, he may be good at teaching you how, to throw them punches, you know what I'm saying? Throw that jab, you know what I'm saying? But he might not be good at finances. You know what I mean? Because he never made no money like that. And the thing about it is, what y'all have to understand about money, if you ain't never made no kind of money like that, you can't teach nobody how to make that kind of money. You know, me myself, I probably make $1 million every 3.5, maybe 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing that for 30 years. So you can do the math. You know what I'm saying? I done made maybe $10 million, $20 million in my lifetime. So I can sit here and tell you about making money. You feel me? So a lot of y'all ain't got on that level. So you can't really speak on a person, you know what I'm saying, making money if you ain't never made no money. Or if you ain't never making no money. You feel me? And so the reason why a lot of rappers and boxers go broke is because nobody really taught them how to position their money and how to make money and have 5 multiple sources of income. You feel me? They never was taught that. They never taught them. You know what I mean? Like I see a lot of these rappers, they calling people out. A lot of times it's for clout. A lot of times it's for, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to make money. Because they want to see that big first $1 million paycheck or $2 million paycheck. But the problem is that if you never was taught, you know what I'm saying, how to make that money is going to leave your pockets very quick. Because let me tell you, when you get that first $1 million check, it's not $1 million, number one. It's probably about $700,000 or maybe $650,000, something like that. Depending on the tax. Depending on your tax people, you know what I mean? And how you gonna screw the government out of taxes. But that's a whole nother video. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that, you know what I mean, your people, that your cousins, your friends, this is what's gonna get you broke. And y'all don't even see it. Uncles, you know, Lil Ray, Boo Boo, all of them gonna be hitting you. Oh, remember when we was 6 years old? You know what I'm saying? I need a new car. You know, I need my rent paid. You know, I need that new Benz. You know? And these are people that's your family. Now, a lot of y'all got a heart and y'all want to make sure your family is all taken care of, but let me give you a little secret. You have to think like Marshawn Lynch, the football player that played for Oakland and Seattle. Okay? He did not spend $1 of his NFL money. So in return, when his career was over with, he had $50 million in the bank. Because you know what he was doing? He was living off his other endorsement money with Skittles and all the other companies he was dealing with. They was paying him a pretty good penny, you know, millions of dollars to advertise their business. You feel me? So when you get on this level, say for example, we're going to use Terrence Crawford as an example. Okay? Terrence Crawford have a lot of power that he don't even know he got. Now, Terrence Crawford has stated that he don't really want to deal with the finances, you know what I mean, of it. And I get it, you know what I'm saying, because a friend of mine, you know what I'm saying, he had told, Terrence Crawford told somebody one time that, you know, yeah, I got that $2 million, but that motherfucker gone. And that's pretty much it. But what you got to realize is, if you think like Marshawn Lynch, any money that you got, now think about this. I just want you to think about this. I just want you to I'm going to break this down so you can understand how money makes money. And we're going to leave out the stock market, because that's where a lot of rich people, that's how they really make money. You know what I mean? And then investments like real estate, apartment buildings, shit like that. You know what I mean? We're going to leave all that out for right now. Okay? Now, just money itself. We're just going to get into money itself. So I'm giving a little game to y'all boxers. I hope y'all listening. All y'all up-and-coming boxers, listen to this game I'm giving you. Okay? Money itself. If you have $1 million, and every time I've asked this to people throughout the years, they've always failed it. You know why? Because they don't understand money. And the first thing I tell them, I said, you got $1 million? What you going to do with it? What you going to do with it? Right? Oh, well, I'm going to pay my credit off. I'm going to go buy that new Benz. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go buy me a house. I'm going to do this. Now, we all know, people that make money, we all know a house can be good or bad. Damn near 75 to 80% of the people that's in this country uses houses in the wrong way. Now you ask me, well, why is that? House is always supposed to be good. Yeah, house is a good investment, but what you got to realize about a house is how you position it. Money is all about how you position it. Now, if you have a house and you got, say you got a 5-bedroom house, and you renting 2 or 3 of them rooms out, now it's not only is your home, but it's also an investment. You see what I'm saying? That's the right way to do it. But we are so worried about, people living with us. Well, I can't live with that person. I can't. Well, you're gonna be broke because you don't understand money. Good example. I know y'all talk about Donald Trump, but think about what Donald Trump has taught me. Donald Trump, even though I'm not a Trump supporter, I can't stand that motherfucker. But peep game. Every one of his properties, he has he has a house, basically a condo. That means he has a house on all his properties. But he got other people living, whether it's a hotel that's living there for a night or 2 nights or 3 nights, they all living on his residence. So he got other people paying for him to live where he wants to live all over the world. He got Trump hotels all over the world. All over the world. Okay? And he got a condo in each one of them. Think about it. Think about it. Y'all ain't even peeped it. You know what I mean? The man can pretty much go to Florida. He come out here to California. He go to Vegas. It's a Trump Tower right in Vegas. It's in gold. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Right on the strip. You feel me? He can go, as soon as he goes to Vegas, he got a fat-ass condo up in there. He got other people paying for him to live there. Think about the game, man. It's the game. So a lot of y'all got these big houses and not understanding people that's rich. They buy big houses. You know why they buy big houses? It's basically just it's just a symbol of success. It's not. They don't really buy houses because like how we think about buying a big house. We think about buying a big house. You know what I'm saying? Because our relatives told us, oh, you need to go buy that house. You know what I'm saying? You need to go work on that job and go buy you a house. But if you buy a house in the right way, you could turn that house where it's, instead of it being a negative, because you got to understand, when you buy a house, the first 14 years is interest anyway. So you don't even own the house until 30 years. And then if you do end up paying 30 years on the house, you're going to be paying 2 or 3 times what that house is worth. See, I'm giving y'all this game. Y'all not understanding. It's a game. Y'all got to learn what I'm telling you. You know what I mean? So what I advise every boxer that's out there, you can always get you a piece of property, not in town, because a lot of times these major cities, it's very expensive to live. But see, mind you, you're a boxer. You have a name, so you don't actually have to be in town. You know what I'm saying? Are you hearing what I'm saying? You don't have to be in town. You could be 30 to 40 minutes away from that town. And then real estate, land will be dirt cheap. What you do, this is how you take care of all your relatives. Okay? Because they're going to be hitting you, asking you to buy them houses. Especially when they're looking at the news and they find out that you got a paycheck for $50 million. $50 million, your cousins and your nephews and all them of it, they're not going to understand, no. Now when they looking at the news and it say $50 million, they're not going to understand, no. They're not going to understand it. We have a guy, I'm going to go ahead and take a little question. It says, Trump going to retire as the richest president? Nah, he ain't going to be rich. Well, he might be rich after he took all that money, talking about he need that money to fight the election. And he made like $270, $300,000, $300 million off of that. Well, I know he's going to take that money and pay his debts off to Russia. I do know that. Okay, which that's something very smart that he did. And I understood why he kept saying, oh, I don't concede. Yeah, well, that's because you the people that really love you, you duking them, basically. You know what I mean? That's game. Y'all motherfuckers is so lame in the game. You don't even see the moves that rich people make. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. Jeff Bezos is worth $180 billion. Motherfucker ain't paid $1 in taxes. Now, you just say, well, that's how it's just supposed to be. he ain't rich people ain't supposed to ain't supposed to pay taxes. Where'd you hear that from? Reagan? Reagan, you know what I'm saying, cut taxes down from rich people. I know y'all don't know this, but rich people used to pay like 80 to 90% in taxes. And they still was rich. That's why the trickle-down economics doesn't make sense. Because if you trickle down money to rich people, guess what? They're not going to trickle it down to their employees or to their people. Because rich people don't spend money. That's what y'all don't understand. They don't spend money. They make money off of other people's money. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Now, every boxer, this is what they should do. They should buy them at least 4 or 5 acres, 45 minutes from each city. Come on, what city you in? You in Chicago, 45 minutes from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You in LA, you be out there in Temecula or whatever. 45 minutes from LA. 45 minutes away. Buy you some land. You know what I mean? And then when you buy land, then what you can do, you can put your relatives, they could put them homes on your piece of property, and you could charge them, you know, at a reduced cost. So instead of them paying, you know, $2,500 a month, you know what I'm saying, you could charge them $700 a month. You know what I'm saying, to live there, and and then they could live in a nice house on your piece of property, and you could put them, your whole family on there. You know what I mean? Because you made money. Say you make like 10, say like Bud. If Bud was listening to me last night, I wasn't dissing Bud. I'm just telling him that people in his entourage, they really need to shut up because they don't understand money. And them motherfuckers ain't never made no money. You feel me? Them motherfuckers ain't made no $10 million or $20 million, so they can't really tell you shit. You feel me? I'm not dissing Bud. I like Bud. You know what I mean? He one of the best fighters in the world. I got him ranked. He's number 1 or 2. You know, between Spence and got Canelo close. You know, Canelo would be higher if he was a fight Boo Boo and if he was a fight DiCarlo and get that over with. You know what I mean? He probably, my opinion, Canelo would be ranked number 1 if he go and get that out the way. And he probably knocked both of them out, to be honest with you. You know, if we're being honest, you know, Canelo got that hook. Now, he may not be able to match their foot speed or they, you know what I'm saying, and all that. You know, but if Canelo catch you with that punch, bye-bye. You're going to sleep. I don't give a fuck who you is. You know what I'm saying? You are going to sleep. Now, over the years, Canelo, I don't know what he did with that damn hook he got and that punch he got. But that motherfucker he accelerated that motherfucker. Because when that motherfucker fought my boy, which I never thought he was going to be able to beat him. You know what I'm saying? But he beat him. God, what was his name? Come on, y'all. Give me his name. Give me his name, y'all. Give me his name. Anyway, when he fought my boy, man, I didn't think he was going to win that fight, but he won. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give him props for that fight. You know what I'm saying? And as far as, you know, the Crusher, you know what I mean? He was kind of washed up at the end. He was at the end of his career. That was a money grab for him anyway. So we're not worried about that. But he'll get my full respect when he fights. You know, he beat Charlo, then he beat Boo Boo, then he'll be ranked number 1. Other than that, Canelo will always be ranked number 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying, or even maybe 3, you know, depending on the landscape of everything. You know what I mean? But back to why boxers go broke. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is that the reason why they go broke because they don't understand money. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand money. You know what I mean? And money is a good thing and a bad thing. If you don't know how to position money where it can make you more money, you're going to be broke. Simple as that. If you spending, see, most of these guys, they get that $1 million contract, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? Miss Richardson? What's going on with you? You got my name in your name. You got my name in your name. But if you as a boxer don't understand that when you got $1 million, it's not $1 million. On paper, it's $1 million. Okay, but let me show you something. I'm gonna get back to what I was just talking to you earlier about 5 minutes ago. Let me tell you something. Just money itself, no investments, no, you know what I mean. We're not talking about stocks and bonds and real estate and all that, you know, and owning Starbucks and, you know, Wingstops and all that shit. We ain't talking about that. that other income. Money itself at 4%, 4% on $1 million. You know what I'm saying? You are looking at, let's see, 10% on $1 million. That would be 100,000, so forth. That would be about 40,000. 40,000 a year in interest that money will make. So technically, you could live on 40,000, but you still got to pay taxes on that. So it's not really 40,000. It's more like 30 something thousand. You know what I mean? So you could technically still live on $30,000. You know what I'm saying? That's like $3,000 a month. And you'll be surprised of a lot of rich people that got $1 million in the bank and don't want to spend it. So that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people fail that question because the first thing they do is they start spending that money, not knowing that money can never be spent. It always has to be positioned where it can either get you other things or get you other loans where you can even make more money, or it has to be just sitting there making you money. You know what I'm saying? And then you get compound interest if it's in the stock market, and you can make money off of money. You know what I mean? But a lot of y'all don't even sit there and let it mature. I'll give you a good example. Check this out. I want y'all to do this. Just do this. Do this for me. Go to Cash App. Did you know you can buy stocks on Cash App? Do something simple today. Go to Cash App, put $20 on it. $20 on Tesla. Okay? $20 on Tesla. That's the stock symbol is TSLA. Okay? And watch. I just want you, this is just an experiment. I just want you to watch how you can make $1 or $2 out of thin air. It may, wait till the market get hot. Go on Cash App. There's a stock symbol on the bottom. Look at the stock symbol. Hit that. Invest $20 on Tesla and watch your $20 grow by, $1. Now you may say, oh, well, that's not a lot of money. Yeah, it's not. But if you put a $10,000 on there and that motherfucker go up that day, then that should become a lot of money. Instead of looking at $1, now you're looking at a couple $100 that just appeared out of nowhere. You feel me? That's how money makes money. And think about this. When that money appears out of nowhere, say you just leave it in there, right? You put $10,000 in and you made an extra $300 that day off of that $10,000, right? Or $400, whatever you made, right? Now, you can start making money off of the $400. That's what's called compound interest. Now you making money off money that just appeared out of nowhere because the stock went up. You feel me? And now you making money off of that money. You see how that works? So y'all got to get into the game. And once y'all get into the game, I'm going to encourage everybody that's a boxer that's out there, trainer, download that Cash App, invest $20. And once you get the bug, once you see your money growing, just $20. Just 20. I ain't saying put a lot in there. Once you see it growing, then you will see how people make money in America. You know what I'm saying? They don't make money like on their job, like how y'all think they do. They make money off their stocks. Think about it. If you'd put $1,000 in Tesla in 2011, you'd be a rich man right now. Super rich. You feel me? And that's what y'all got to understand. This is the keys of getting boxers out of debt and keep them from going broke. They have to understand some of the keys. And what Bud got to understand is he has a lot of power. You know why? Because he's friends with Warren Buffett. So that means any project that he really wants to do to help the people, Warren Buffett's going to be right there. That's a phone call away. That's power. You feel me? So as far as, people not understanding money, you got to understand how to make money as a boxer. And if you don't get that understanding, you're going to be broke. Okay? You're going to be very, very broke. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing hard. You don't have to be rich. Check this out. I'm going to show you something real quick. You don't have to be rich to live rich. Now, what do I mean when I say that? I'm giving y'all this game as boxers. I'm giving y'all this game. Check this out. I want y'all to understand this. somebody that has $1 million in the bank, you say, oh, they rich, they rich. Well, because they have that amount of money in a bank love them type of people. So they're willing to do anything from them. They want a car, give them a car. Want a house, give them anything they want. So you could technically position that money without spending it on a lot of shit. And that's what they can leverage it. So that's what a lot of people do, and they don't actually be spending their own money. You think they do, but they don't. They don't spend money. You feel me? So this is what you do. This is what you have to understand. Somebody that has $1 million in the bank, we just discussed, that's only $40,000 a year in interest. So you're living like somebody who makes $40,000 a year. You got $1 million in the bank. You're living like somebody that's got $40,000 a year, because you can't spend $1 million, and you're making and you're gonna collect a check at 4% on that $1 million at the end of the year from the bank. You're gonna collect a check if you got it set up like that. You feel me? So you're living like somebody that's got $40,000. So if $40,000 a year, that's like $3,500 a month. You can still live on that. You can live comfortable with that. You got a fat house. All you be paying is the mortgage. And hopefully a little bit of the electricity. Keep the lights on. You know what I mean? But you can live on that. You know, if you have a woman that's also working, and you paying the mortgage, and you paying the electric bill, and she paying everything else, you can live on just the interest on $1 million still to this day. You know what I'm saying? You can live on that. Now, I would do a little bit more aggressive. I would position that money into like a 16-unit apartment buildings and shit like that. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? That's here and there. So what I'm saying is that, you know, just the money itself makes money. This is what y'all got to understand. So think about this. Mike Tyson, he's a boxer. When he got out of jail, he had $400 million in the bank. $400 million. How the fuck did that motherfucker go broke? If you spent $1 million a year for the next 400 years, you would never go broke. Think about it. You spend $1 million cash every year for 400 years, you would never go broke. Think about this. You could spend $2 million a year for the next 200 years, and you still wouldn't go broke. You wouldn't be alive no more. So that means you could spend $3 million a year in your lifetime, and you'll go broke at the end of your life. Not even that. 100 years. You still be dead. So it wouldn't even matter. There's no way you could have ever went broke. Ever. You could have never. You can't go broke. You got 400 mil in the bank. Look, check this out. Something simple. $1 million at 4% gonna bring you 40,000. So what 400 million do? 400 million is gonna bring you so much money you can't even count it. And this is just interest. So there's no way you could ever go broke. But you know, he was a fool with money. And he trusted too many people. And he didn't even know the game. This is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be rich. You just gotta be smart. And the thing about it is, a lot of people don't know how to use credit cards. I'm giving up a lot of game on this, so y'all should be cash apping a nigga like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? $, you know, real boxing facts. You know what I mean? I'm giving up game like a motherfucker on here. And a lot of times I don't be giving up all this game. You see what I'm saying? Game is sold, not told. But I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something. A lot of people don't know how to use credit cards. Check this out. If you want to live rich and you ain't rich, let me show you what you do. Because a lot of y'all living paycheck to paycheck. Check this out. If your bills is $4,000, you should have a credit card at least $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Why is that? Because we know if you got a credit card of $5,000 a month, we always know that $2,500 of that you ain't gonna never spend. Okay? You're gonna use the other $2,500 to pay off all your bills every month. And you put the bills on your credit card as auto pay. You don't ever pay minimums. If you pay minimums, You know, I'm telling you, boxers, trainers, if you pay minimums, the bank look at you like you a broke ass motherfucker. It ain't gonna hurt your score, but the bank look at you like you broke as a motherfucker. They ain't gonna give you shit, and your credit score ain't even gonna go up. Your credit score ain't gonna go up because you don't know how to use a credit card. You feel me? Every credit card you got, you have to pay 85% of that money back on that card. Okay? You have to pay that money back on the card. Okay? By the end of the month. And that's by the 29th of every month. And if you do that, the bank is going to look at you like you a bad motherfucker. Even though all your bills on that card is on auto pay. And the reason why you can't just say, like a lot of people say, oh, I'm just going to keep the money on there and I'm not going to touch it. Don't work like that. All these banks got computers that they know when that money's being debited and being spent and being paid back. Y'all don't know this? Yes, they know. Every time you make a payment, ching ching, computer already know. So that what the auto pay does, if you have auto pay, try to get them all on the same date, so you'll be paying all your shit back on time. You know what I mean? So when you get that direct deposit in, fuck a bank. Fuck a regular bank. Get you a credit card. Don't get no debit card. Debit card ain't gonna do shit for you. Debit card is some bullshit. That's like convenience. You know what I mean? That's the only thing it's good for. Like if you out somewhere way out, you need a little extra $20, go to debit card, right? But debit card ain't shit. Get you a credit card, okay? And then when you do that, and when that direct deposit comes into your account, okay? When it comes into your account, you transfer that money to your credit card every week. Every week. You try to make large payments every week. You still got the money. You still got access to the money. Money ain't went nowhere. All you doing is transferring money. Transferring money. You don't spend that $2,500 that's on your card. You never spend that. You only play with the other $2,500. You got a $5,000 card. You're only playing with $2,500 a month. You're making sure that's being paid back. So $2,000 a month. That's like you only paying $300-$400 a week to make sure you pay that shit back by the 29th. And you don't have to pay it all the way back. Just make sure you pay between 80 to 85% of that money back. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, your credit score will go cool. You'll be at 800 before you know it. You know why? Because banks love people. See, banks only fuck with rich people. They only fuck with people that got money. They only fuck with people. Now, if they feel like they can if they feel that you're good enough where they can make money off of you for a few years, they'll give you a loan to buy a car. That's the game. You know what I'm saying? They're saying, well, you're not rich, but we'll give you a few dollars. And you thinking in your mind, if I make these payments on this car for 5 years, now mind you, don't miss a payment. Don't miss a payment. You miss a payment, that's a ding on your credit. That should stay on your credit for about 2 or 3 years. Don't want to miss a payment. You feel me? So that's why getting a car to boost your credit up is some bullshit. It's some shit that you tell a motherfucker that don't know shit about money. I mean, it kind of works. You know what I mean? You can look at the payment history, but it takes 5 years. Come on, man. That's too long. You feel me? That's way too long, man. You feel me? Look, let me tell you something, man. If you don't have a credit card, get you a secure card. Fuck it. It's only $500 and work your way up. And guess what? Let me tell you something. If you do right by that secure card for a year, the bank will send you a check and give you that money back. And then it'll go from being secure to unsecure. Then you're in the game. Then you can ask for an upgrade. You can go from 500 to 1,000 or maybe 1,500 or maybe 2,000 and start working your way up. And you do right. You don't give a fuck about nothing else. You don't fuck about no other entity but that motherfucking credit card. And now I'm giving you this game, boxers and trainers. You know what I mean? You need to learn this because I know you don't know shit about, money, credit, and all that shit. You don't know nothing about that. But this will keep you rich. Then you will be rich. Because guess what? You always got that extra $2,500 on that card. And most shit in this world don't cost no fucking $2,000 or $2,500. You need a plane ticket, $700, $600. Room and board, what's the name you can pay for. So you always got money. You don't ever have to ask nobody for money. You always have that cushion there. And if you have to actually spend that whole $5,000 that month, you know you're gonna have to work your ass to pay that motherfucker back. You know what I mean? And if that means you have to spend your whole paycheck every week and deposit that motherfucker on that credit card, you do that. That's way more important than any bill that you could dream about. You can always pay your bills by the 5th. You know what I mean? You can always pay your bills. Your bills don't mean shit. That's just an entity. I'm gonna show you why entities don't mean shit. Anytime you can go to a judge, file bankruptcy, and they clear all your debt, that means the bills that you got, or the entities that you got, ain't shit. I'm just telling you, that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? The quickest way to get rich is to do what I'm saying. Because once you do what I'm saying, and once you get that credit score up to 750, 800, you can do anything you want. Because that's what rich people do. Once you get it up to 750 to 800, then you can flip that and go get you a fourplex. Instead of buying a house, remember we was talking about the house? You know, it could be a good investment or a bad investment, depending on how you position it. Look, get you a fourplex. Because 3 of them motherfuckers are going to be paying for your lifestyle. 3 of them motherfuckers are going to be paying for your lifestyle. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Everybody pays for his lifestyle. Everywhere he go to live. People that's going to that hotel is paying for him to live. He has a condo in every last one of his hotels. Huge condo. Probably 20,000 square feet condo. In every one of his properties. And he got other people paying for that shit. You feel me? Y'all got to learn this game. I'm trying to keep boxers and trainers from going broke. And other people that's listening. That's not trainers. You can all receive this game. It's very easy to do. Go online right now. Bank of America, Chase, it don't matter. Any one of them banks. Or any other banks. And just go and apply for a secure card. They'll give it to you. But it's what you do with it. They want to see how you do it before they let you in the game. If you do right, buy that card. And for me, I'll give my last dollar to a credit card. Like, for example, and I know a lot of y'all saying, well, I got to pay my rent. I got to pay my rent. Fuck that rent. At the end of the month, you pay your credit card. And then 3 or 4 days later, then you pay your rent. On the 5th or 6th, you pay your rent and pay the little late fee. It's only $50. You feel me? Pay your credit card first. You make sure that is straight before you pay anything else. Nothing else matters. Y'all don't understand the game. You don't understand the money game. If you're doing anything other than what I'm telling you, you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck and you're going to be broke. I'm telling y'all boxers, you're going to be broke. And when you receive a lot of money, you're going to be broke. Because you know what a lot of boxers do? They always say, oh, well, you know, I'm going to spend this $1.5 million I just got from Top Rank. I'm going to spend this money on getting my family together and this and that. Now think about this. Think about all the shit what I just said. Necklaces. You already know how much all that shit costs. That new bent SUV, that's $300,000 right there. Your house. Now think about it. They're buying a house that ain't making them no money. So that becomes a liability. So, and it becomes a liability because you don't own it. And all you're doing is paying interest for the first 14 years. See what I'm saying? So they go buy a house, which everybody applauds them. They say, oh, he just got the brand new house. Don't own it. He don't own it. This is how we live in a culture of people that don't own shit. Who don't own shit. Y'all got to get out. Y'all got to learn the game, man. Once you learn the game, you'll be rich. Real rich. Not no one. You'll start making smart moves like leasing cars for 2 years. You would never buy a car. And the reason why you wouldn't buy a car, because what a car does in terms of preventing you from getting rich, it fucks off your debt ratio. Just let y'all know that. That's debt to ratio. It fucks all that up. That's what a car does. So if you buy a car, $60,000, $70,000, it fucks all that up. And your borrowing power. It limits that. Because they know that you have to pay for that. You feel me? And that becomes a liability. So that's why people lease cars, because it's not on their credit. When they lease a car, they give it back in 2 years. And when you really think about it, a car ain't good anyway after 2 years. So after 2 years, you go give it away, and guess what? You don't have to keep paying for that motherfucker. You just give it back. They say, hey, give me the car back. Okay, well, here it is. You have the car back. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? This was so cool about leasing. Then you go get you another brand new car and drive the motherfucker for another 2 years. You feel me? And you don't have to worry about that. I'm just giving y'all the game, man. You know, the game is sold, not told. Now, if y'all listen to me today, man, y'all need to cash out me some money. For real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dollar symbol, real boxing facts, man. The only thing I do is give you the facts on here. And this was an episode talking about trying to get boxers from going broke. Now, things that I labeled, $15 minimum wage for boxers, boxers coming up with their own contract, and understanding what their worth is. A lot of them don't understand their worth. They don't understand that when they say the main event, the motherfucker on the wall. He on the wall with his name and interest. He the main motherfucker. If he don't fight, there ain't no fight. Do you understand that? Do you know how much power? I don't know why these promoters done dumb that shit down like they're the one. They're not the one. Like for example, Bud. We're going to talk about Bud. I ain't dissing Bud. Bud don't need Top Rank. Everybody know who Bud is. Bud could come up with Bud Entertainment or Bud Productions and start promoting his own fight. And instead of him getting, you know, the money that he be getting all the money. Like Floyd. Everybody promotions. Come on, man. He laid the blueprint out for all of y'all. He laid the blueprint. He was with Top Rank too. He paid $700,000 to get out of that contract. Why he do that? He did it because if he knew if he kept going down this road, you know what I'm saying, that the money that he was getting from Top Rank was a lot of money, you know, $1 million, $2 million, whatever he was getting. You know what I mean? But he knew one day that money ain't gonna last. He was gonna have to get a job one day. After about 10 years, he'd be broke again. And that's what a lot of boxers end up being broke. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to live on $1 million and stretch it out 10 years. Which you could do that if you do it right. But a lot of them don't do it right. They spend the million. So you may see them spending $100,000 a year on trying to live. Now that's only going to work out for 10 years. You know what I mean? 100,000 times 10, that's $1 million. So if they made $1 million, they're trying to live on 100,000, trying to support their lifestyle for them 10 years. And then after that, they broke. They got to file bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the worst thing that you can do as a boxer. Also, at the end of my video, what I always tell y'all to do if you have a favorite boxer, support them. Cash out them some money. Find out how you can get on their social media and send them some money. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all don't understand that boxing, and I keep saying this on all my videos, everybody not living like Floyd. Everybody don't make money like Floyd. You feel me? And y'all think they are just because you may see one of your favorite boxers in the new Porsche. You know what I'm saying? And y'all think that he got money. Yeah, but you got to understand the entertainment world itself is all about perception. It's all about perception. You know what I mean? Ain't none of that shit real. Ain't none of it real. It's all about perception. And the way our society is set up, you know, the way rich people set this society up is that they only fuck with people who got money or perceive they got money. So if they think you got money, they'll give you more money. It's weird. It's a weird, like another example. Look at Donald Trump. People think he's a billionaire. But when we found out that, no, he's $400 billion in debt. $400 million in debt. He ain't no billionaire. That motherfucker broke. But his perception, people was fucking with him. Even banks. American banks wasn't, but a lot of banks was saying, you know what, his name is so good. He got a branded name so good that we're going to loan him money just based on his name. His name going to bring clients in. See, this is the level of what y'all got to understand about America. America is set up weirdly, and y'all don't even know the game. So if you don't know the game, how are you in it playing it? That's my question to y'all. How are you in the game and playing this game? It's chess, man. It's not checkers. Y'all in the game, but you pawns, man. Y'all motherfuckers getting played out here. You getting played. You feel me? You don't know it. You don't even feel it because it feels so natural for you. You know why? Because your mama did it. Your mama did it. Your daddy did it. Your grandfather did it. They all did it. And they all was playing the game the wrong way. They was never taught how to position money and make money. Because they don't teach you that in schools. In schools, they teach you how to get a job and go work for somebody. That's what they teach you. You know what I mean? So your whole life, even in college, even when you go to business school, they put you in business administration. So that means you're in a position where you can go run somebody's business. They don't teach you how to create a business and have other people working for you. They teach you how to go run AT&T. So it's a good job. You know, you're going to be making $200,000-$300,000 a year. It's a good job. You ain't going to be rich. You ain't going to be like the other motherfuckers, but you're going to be running their business. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? But that's my show, y'all. Don't forget, Cash App, Real Boxing Facts. Support your local fighters, up-and-coming fighters. Also, you catch me on YouTube. I'm talking to people that's on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Real Boxing Facts. And people that's on YouTube, you catch me on IG every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's Real Boxing _Facts. You feel me? And give me some feedback on y'all. If y'all have any questions, let me ask some questions before I get off. Any questions we have on here. You know, if you have any questions, just inbox me. You can always send me a message on IG. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to talk, you need more information on finances, just hit me, man. You know what I mean? I'm willing to give up that game. You know what I mean? I'm willing to give that game up because I want to see everybody winning. I don't want to see people doing that same mistakes that they've been making all these years. You know what I mean? At some point, we all got to wake up. You feel me? Let me see. Let's see. If you want to be rich, you gotta be what? Gotta be a bitch. Yeah. Well, you know, some people say that because these women, they winning now on OnlyFans. And I seen one OnlyFans female, and she a bad female, but she making $40,000-$50,000 a month on OnlyFans. She doing her thing, y'all. She doing her thing. Can't knock her. The way shit is out here, man, get your money, man. And that's real talk. Any more questions y'all have for me before I get off? And like I said, y'all can always inbox me. Y'all catch me on my email, you know, realboxingfacts @gmail. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me. Inbox me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm here. I'm available. You send me a text on the comment on the video on YouTube. Or hit me on IG. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. You feel me? Just let me know what y'all want to talk about. It's all good. I'm here to educate these boxers and try to get them, you know what I'm saying, on a better footing with these promoters. Real talk. Write your own contract.